Be right back. You know what? Wait, hold on. So sorry. I'm gonna do a collective reading. My name is Lynn. This is Divine Lyne. I'm gonna do a collective reading really quick. See what the message is. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's off to a great day, feeling blessed and protected, and all that good stuff. Oh, let's roll the dice since it scattered all over the floor a second ago. I'm missing one. Yep, I'm missing one. I don't know where it is. It'll show up somewhere. I don't know where that thing is, but okay. That's fine. I don't need all six. Hope everybody's doing well. Personal readings are available during the live. They're $25. The Cashapp information or the PayPal information to pay is in my bio and the description below. Thank you for the likes. Make sure you like the live. I need Band-Aid. Hold on. Ooh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Child, them kids is off. And my life is crazy. Whatever. I cut myself yesterday. And now it really hurts. Let's see how I do this. All right. I'm so sorry. I was gonna roll the dice. Let's do threes. What sign, Spirit? Welcome. Make sure you like the live. Personal readings are available. The information is in my bio or the description in the video. And check out the website for other services, of course. And one-on-ones and consultations, and what have you. And yeah, this is a collective reading. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. Okay? I'm not gonna take any questions. On YouTube though, I am offering questions. Okay, that was different. I need my retainer. Thank you for your well wishes. I would describe that as. It's like an obsession at this point. Oh, whatever. My back hurts. Whatever. I don't know, just have to do it. Okay. Sometimes I be feeling like a knot, like in my middle, like in my maybe my heart chakra or the middle of my back. And I can't like release the tension that's there until I take a really, really, really deep breath. Well, that's a good Idea AI. My finger hurts so bad. Hello, welcome to the live. What's the collective? A collective is like a collective reading. I'm going to read the energy with tarot cards, and I'm going to talk about specific things, and some may apply, some may not. Take what resonates, leave what does not. That's what I mean. Okay. What's the signs? Sagittarius twice and a Capricorn. So heavy Sag, lots of fire. Capricorn is earth. Yeah. Let's do the this is houses as well, and numbers, synchronicities. What is it? Spirit. 3 and 4 twice. 344, 434, 443. But 4 and 4 is transformation, spiritual protection as well, but spiritual awakening or transformation as well, and almost like a fork in the road. So there's like a decision or something has been like an action has been taken from a decision, which is basically a transformation in a sense, something like that. But 3 is mind, body, spirit, so it's a lot of balance as well, but balance within one. So someone could be trying to stay balanced. Let's look at those houses though really quick. There's something about somebody's voice that's significant. There's something about my voice just now that I just thought about. Somebody's thinking about somebody's voice. I don't know why I just got that. Something about somebody's voice. So I don't know if I mentioned, but I just got that 6-7. That is so childish. How old are you? In the description in the YouTube video, I offer questions for I think $3. I said the description is there. So if you did want a reading or a question, you just have to leave a comment and I could get to you, whatever. So the houses, I have 3 and 4. Third house is communication, how you speak. Fourth house, your roots, your family, your home. That's here twice. So maybe some sort of communication about home or family. Emotional foundations. It's the holidays, so that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of communication, especially within families. Okay, something about communicating with family right now. Or your foundation, something about your foundation. Something that feels like family. What are the planets? I hate when that happens. Okay, so that's, hold on. What is that? Let me see. I think that's Pluto. That's transformation twice. Didn't I say that? That's Pluto here twice. Look. Pluto. Twice. Just like the 4. Because it came out twice here too. Look. Pluto. So there is something about some sort of transformation and cold. Or the moon or darkness. And then Uranus. That's rebellion. Because that rules Aquarius. Somebody could be rebelling in some sort of way, or this act could be seen as this transformation is kind of rebellious against maybe the foundation or the family. Something like that. Holy Spirit, divine light beings, those with the best intentions for the collective. What's the message? Let's do past, present, future. Thank you for the likes. Look at that. That's awesome. I love it. Make sure you like the live. It's only 37 lives over there. It's only one person in TikTok. I don't know, maybe my time is different. So a lot of people don't, know I'm here. Oh, no, that's not who I'm looking for. So that's the problem. It's the time. We'll see. I'm usually on here earlier, but the schedule is a little off for me. So this is a time this is what works. So let's do past. What's past? Give me one card. I already know. Knight of Pentacles. Aries, Taurus. Oh, look, Seven of Pentacles. So in the past, you worked very diligently and hard on something. With the Knight of Pentacles. Thank you for the likes. I see that with the Knight of Pentacles. So you've been working hard on something. Very diligently, consistently in the past. What else? What's present? One card for present. Collective energy, please, for the most important message. Judgment and present energy. Okay, so some sort of awareness, reflection. Somebody's reflecting presently. Awareness, awakening, maybe be forgiving themselves or being forgiven in some sort of way. Maybe somebody wants forgiveness. And then future energy. One card. Whoa, the sun. Hey, Kat. Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Tuesday. We just started this collective reading. The planets were giving the planets, the signs, and the numbers were giving transformation, rebellion, maybe within family or something like family, and communication. Past, present, future. Knight of Pentacles in the past. Present is judgment, and the future is the sun. Welcome. Oh, thank you for the repost. Hey, JB. So that's that. And one card for advice. What's the advice? Wow. Not conflict. I guess we'll get to that. I need some Vaseline. I'm sorry. Anyway. Conflict, that's the advice. This is where we're going to go with that. What's the Knight of Pentacles? What you was working on all this time, collective? Maybe you spent a long time holding on to something that had you in your head, or whatever you was holding on to was holding you back, or whatever this was like. You felt trapped. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. But a Knight of Pentacles is supposed to be something that is a positive thing you're working towards. This positive thing, maybe you thought it was, but it was binding you. This could have been a relationship. Say word. Okay, give me one more. What's that? Look at the conflict part on the top. What's this mean? What do you mean by this Nine of Swords? Is it 9? No, it's 8. Eight of Swords. My bad. This is Eight of Swords. Well, you're moving forward. You're trying to. Ambition, direction. Lack of direction. So this kind of felt like this was stagnation. Yeah, because the Four of Pentacles, like that's like, you know, it's almost like a force pulling something back that's going forward. That's what I see here with this Chariot sideways. But it has something to do with mental or like feeling powerless or something like that. There's a victory here. Give me one more. What's this Chariot? I'm gonna spin that. Yeah, anticipation. That thing is still sideways no matter what, and that was a good spin too, twice. So it's not upright. So it's like somebody's finding direction from this. Yeah, because now here's the horse with ambition. All right, so what's the judgment about? What's the awareness? Something about a relationship. It could have felt like stagnation to somebody. The awareness, wish fulfillment. So now somebody knows what their wish fulfillment is. Tell me more. King of Cups. I knew it was going to be him. What about him? In what direction? Hangman. Oh, maybe judgment, awareness comes in Hangman because they had, oh, somebody had illusions to look through. So awareness comes in at Hangman. Yeah. You see the halo around his head? So that's the awareness for the King of Cups, I guess, about wish fulfillment because there was illusions. Give me one more on this Hangman. Because there's a horse here, so I think that's what the judgment was about. So there was stagnation, but Spirit allowed it because you had to be in Hangman. This is about the same thing over and over. This is about a home, a celebration, a community, something like that. Yeah, and taking a leap of faith. So there was no forward movement on that. Maybe that was where the confusion was. Yeah, Two of Cups between the Queen of Pentacles. This is rather easy. Let's move along. What's the Sun? Gossip. Page of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Gossip. Scatterbrained. Lack of planning. Sarcastic. Gossipy. Playing mind games. So, clarity over like gossip. Tell me more about this page. Queen of Cups. There go the opposite. The Queen of Pentacles is here too. Or maybe this gossip had to do with the Queen of Cups. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is coming out as conflict. This Queen of Cups has been coming out a few times. They may be in the upright, but they might not be upright. Or maybe this conflict somehow has to do with the Queen of Cups. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody took action, but in a conflicting way. Maybe this Queen of Cups. That's what I'm saying. This Queen of Cups could be anybody. Could be a mother figure, baby mother, a woman with kids. Who knows? I don't know. Feminine. We're going to check and see if that's the same as the Queen of Pentacles. But let's see, because the Knight of Wands doesn't give me a good feeling at clarifying the Five of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, the Queen of Cups. Tell me more about this Knight taking action with the Five of Wands. Why? What do you mean by this? The Lovers. Eight of Cups. See what I'm saying? So, action, conflict towards a relationship. See what I'm saying? Conflict. Conflict what? Taking action. This is what this Knight does. In a romantic sense, it could be a player. But it's a flighty, fleety energy. It's very passionate, but it doesn't last long. But it's almost like the Page of Wands, which is also taking action, but in a manifesting type of way. This one is like bravery, fearless, confident, rebellious, inspired action, but in a Five of Swords kind of way. That's competition and conflict and disputes. So taking action in that way towards what? A partnership or relationship. That's what I see here. And then, what's the Eight of Cups about? Tell me more about this leverage. Yeah, Two of Swords. A block, or just opposing forces. Yeah, that's what that says. Opposing forces. You see it at the bottom. Opposing forces. And then the Nine of Pentacles keeps coming out. And the Nine of Wands. Oh, okay, for this single energy to move up, to take action to move forward, see? Nine of Pentacles is like pre-Empress energy, you know, but it's just an individual, single, successful, self-sufficient, but someone resilient, a wounded warrior. Then they got on the boat. They took inspired action. Got on the boat. Tell me more about this Nine of Pentacles. Energy, what is this? Yeah, that keeps coming out. That person could be anxious or stressed out. That was on the bottom before. Goodness gracious. All these, look at all these. That's communication of some sort. So maybe somebody's finding this out. Yep, the High Priestess. Something about this competition or conflict here, whether or not this is the same person or this Queen of Cups is the opposing force. This High Priestess saw this. They're in the Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. So they took action to get on the boat. That's what I see here. Rapid energy, High Priestess. Five of Pentacles. That's future energy. What's this with this Queen of Cups here one more time? Oh, we have 500 likes only. Let's get those likes up. Thank you for the gifts, by the way. What's the Queen of Cups? This is a past person that's sad. They're trying to manifest something from the past coming back. There it is. Yeah, they are the opposing force. They are, whoever they are. Thank you so much for those likes. Already at 1,000. Look at that. How many can we get to? At least 20,000. I think we can get to at least 30. No less than 20. But anyway, let's see what y'all talking about down here. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yes, make sure you like the live. Remember, personal readings are available. Just look at the information in my bio, or you can just comment if you wanted a reading on the live. Um, this is interesting. Where am I? I wanted to double check this Nine of Pentacles right quick. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. This is after the what? Yeah. So there's an opposing force. There's an opposing force in this two of in this lovers situation, or somebody's blocking it off in some sort of way, right? Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. So this Nine of Pentacles energy, Nine of Wands. Look at the devil. Nine of Wands is taking action and wants to take inspired action to move forward. This person's sad, but there's a lot of communication. Person could be a high priestess. Okay, is it Citrine? I don't think I got a DM from you. I don't remember seeing that, but no, it's not. And I did not look it up. But everything happens for a reason. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's this one. But you want me to go look? I can go look. It's only going to take me 1 second. Hold on. Labradorite. Sorry about that. How come I can't copy on? I can't comment on here. Oh yeah, I can. You're welcome. All right. Okay. Tell me more about this Nine of Pentacles. The Hermit. I think it's a High Priestess. See? They're both spiritual cards. The Moon. Feminine. One more. I hate when my cards are like this. Hold on. A little too much. That's the truth. I don't need to even ask no more. Spirit's like, don't. That's what it is. Next, move along, move along. Okay, so there's something that the high priestess is going to get some sort of communication. Or rapid change. This person could be in isolation, but they're going through a transition, letting go of hatred, moving on, leaving behind, trying to find relief on a journey. That's what I see. But there's clarity now. That's what the sun is. There's clarity on this. There's clarity on this Queen of Cups. That's what the sun is. The sun, clarity on the Page of Swords in reverse, which is the gossip and the talk and the chatter and someone being very scatterbrained. And like the mind games that possibly is coming from this Queen of Cups here. That is in very opposing energy. What's this card? See, it came out like this. And passionate about the conflict too, see? See that? See the passion with the Five of Wands. They're passionate about it. They're passionate about, I guess, the beef or whatever it is they're mad at, or for whatever it is that they're doing, but it's under the sun now, so somebody can see whoever this is that is sitting in judgment energy. Oh, that was the King of Cups. See? That's awareness. Thank you for the likes about wish fulfillment. Blessings, wishings coming true, achievements, and material success. King of Cups, after this judgment. Because this person was a hangman. About taking a leap of faith. And a Four of Wands situation. A family, friend, whatever. But that's not really whatever, because there goes the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles right here. So it's not whatever. Yeah, someone feels like stuck in the middle, difficult choice, coming to a crossroads. That's what I was saying 44 was, crossroads. This partnership came to a crossroads. And that left somebody in the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. A resilient single energy, or somebody single and taking action to move on. This Queen of Cups was like, to the death. That nigga's gonna go with you though, not me. I'm getting in the boat. Sorry. For real. That goes here on this Nine of Pentacles. This person is I want to see what's the rapid change. What's the Eight of Wands? It's the King of Wands, the Tower, the Victory. See? It's the Eight of Wands. Magic, a manifestation. That's funny as hell. You see how these cards are popping out? How was funny. Hell no. Somebody doing magic to try to break this person's heart. See, look at the devil. The devil's on the bottom like crazy tower. That's the future? Wow. Oh, somebody's going to be taking responsibility. Is it upright or reverse? Somebody's going to have to take responsibility. It's sideways. They're taking responsibility. Somebody is. For the illusions, Emperor. This is ridiculous. Justice for the moon. Gaining clarity. Yeah. 10 of Wands, Tower. Wow. Missed opportunity. That doesn't look good at all. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not even gonna go into all that. So where I stopped was, so we know this is a Queen of Cups here. That's a huge pain in the ass for some reason. I don't know who she belongs to, but that there's definitely demonic, or I don't know why. That's not what I meant to say, but whatever. I meant to say devil energy, but demonic. Okay. So Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. We've determined is the High Priestess. That's also in Hermit. Taking action to get on the boat. This person is could be losing sleep, anxiety, isolation, overwhelmed. But there's a rapid change approaching. Fruits of labor, momentum. High Priestess. And then somebody, oh, okay. So as soon as you gain momentum here, gain fruits of your labor, somebody does magic to break your heart with illusions and like shit like that. Seven of Swords, some sort of deception. There's some sort of taking responsibility here or turning a new leaf, or the truth being revealed, or that's the truth they're revealing right now about these illusions. These illusions, right as the Eight of Wands comes in with momentum, heartbreak comes in, overwhelming stress. Every time. You're getting justice, or maybe this happened in the past, and you're getting clarity, releasing fear, finding the truth, and releasing suppressed emotions. Or maybe whatever this person was using under the moon to re-trigger you all the time, so that, let's say you're manifesting. Someone has been finding a way to use yourself against you. So they can't attack you. They are attacking you, but this specific way. This is an attack, basically. But it's strategic as fuck, but it's weak at the same time because they have to have you use your own power against yourself because they're not powerful enough to use their own power on you to just do whatever they want. I guess maybe that's what they've done in the past with others, but this person had to get creative. And I'm almost 100% sure they had help because this is too clever. But simple at the same time. So if you have a stalker stalking your every move energetically, and if you're manifesting, trying to bring in abundance, they will throw you off energetically, purposely, whichever way they're connected to you. So let's say they're connected to you by family, they're connected to you by a lover, they're connected to you by a friend, what have you. They send you energetic disturbances right before you're about to receive some sort of energetic blessing or abundance so that you are no longer aligned with it. And it just continues to delay and delay and delay and keep you in this endless loop of being constantly overwhelmed. Somebody's going to have to take responsibility for that now. I think either that happened in the past or that was happening. The other thing that I'm seeing also when I was looking at that was, in order to do that, you're using your shadow self against you. So because healing is never really done, we just learn, like in Buddhism and everything else, we learn how to master the emotion, master yourself, heal, self-soothe, acceptance, thinking of things, dealing with suffering. So maybe you dealt with something to a certain point of your life that you thought it was good enough for where you wanted to move on. And it could have been, but this person was like repealing a wound over and over again, artificially. But I mean, they could have just sped up what you would have had to do anyway, naturally, as you grew. But because they were energetically fucking with a part of your shadow self, let's say it had to do with trust, then you kept having this, like, let's say, and I heard something about a woman, every time she cycles or every time her emotions are out of whack purposely, and those things that she's stressing about or harping over or making her emotional are the things that are bubbling up that she has to deal with. Don't you ever notice that the things you be going off on, they actually be significant? Would you have had that reaction? No, but they are things that you need to deal with. So everything is made for. We didn't just have these emotions and PMS and whatever just for no reason, just because God thought it was funny. No, He's way too intentional for that. Everything has a purpose. You may not like it, but it has a purpose. Those emotions come up during that time, and you become so emotional, and you're unpacking a lot of shit. Yeah, you're purging not only on the 3D level, on the cellular level, on the physical level, or the walls of your womb is shedding. You are shedding emotional baggage as well, or you're supposed to. That's why it's bubbling up to get on your nerves. So think about what you're getting emotional about, what's the topic, who, whatever, what have you. Something around that is coming up during this moon cycle for your feminine cycle for a reason. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. So, yeah. So, somebody is all the way enthralled in you, in your cycle, your triggers, full on stalker. And, like, okay, your past relationships, maybe did readings to see what are your scars, what do you do? That's all that dirt digging I've been picking up on. This is what it's for. So maybe in the 3D you weren't very a very loose person, so they couldn't find no tapes, no pictures, no this, no that of you. So okay, what are your traumas and your wounds? Let's dig them up and see. Every moon cycle, let's send you those type of mental attacks to throw off your stability, because we see something coming, or we at least hear something coming in the horizons when we read your energy, or tap into your readings or whatever. So I don't know what it is, but we don't want anything for you, because whatever it is that we're doing this for, to stop you from looking appealing in any way, this that's coming in isn't going to make it any better. So I mean, you obviously are some sort of threat with however you are. So whatever blessing is coming is only going to make you even more threatening to this person that's doing this. Do you understand? I feel like I'm being very, very specific, but I'm hitting this shit right on the head. Well, this is coming to a head at this point. This has happened long enough. Somebody's going to have to take responsibility, and they may know that. I don't even know if they know that. I don't even see. I don't even if they know what's coming. I'm not really even sure, because they're so focused on. Um, thank you so much. On the Six of Cups and coming back from the past and manifesting that, but they're sitting in the Five of Cups. That's not working. So I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that, because the Justice card is here. Fairness, integrity, accountability, lawsuits will be won. I don't know if that's literal lawsuits, spiritual lawsuits, or whatever, for whatever this has been happening. Because the reason why I say that is because it's like, okay, this person's already sitting in the Nine of Swords, and then here comes some sort of rapid change, probably because they already had to get on the boat. All right, now magic and heartbreak. And then, if that's not in, Seven of Swords in reverse and Seven of Cups. Taking accountability for endless choices, opportunities, daydreaming, wishful thinking. Somebody could be taking accountability for that too. Maybe wishfully thinking about a situation that they knew was not very healthy for them. Getting clarity and then justice. The moon in reverse is getting clarity as well. Like this high priestess could be taking a very self-accountable perspective on this with the seven of swords in reverse. Like, you know what? Forget about what all that other shit is. I felt like whatever actions that I could took, whatever red flags I could have seen. Because regardless of what I wanted, if this person is in the energy, like there's only so much I can do. I can't really control that. And it doesn't seem like a situation where this person could really control what's happening in the background. So they could just take accountability for whatever cycles they had been a part of. That's what I'm feeling. And whatever wishful thinking may have been. Maybe that's how this person's thinking about this. Like this was very wishful to think that this cycle would be anything different than what it is or what it's been. I don't know. Transparency, upright energy with the justice. Somebody's in the upright. It's this Queen of Wands. I mean, why did I just say that? Maybe she's a Queen of Wands. It's this Queen of it's this High Priestess. Let's see. I don't know. What's on the bottom? Yeah, painful ending. I think I saw that already. Give me one more. See? Harvest. Seven of Pentacles. There is a harvest here. Three of Pentacles. What's the Seven of Pentacles? Death and transformation. Death to the harvest. Hold on. What's the Seven of Pentacles with the death card? Tower. Yeah, this is being balanced out. I told you. This is an end of a cycle. It's an end of a cycle. And then there's celebration. Or this is an end of a cycle of third parties. But I'm not feeling that because it says delight, celebrations, parties, social gatherings, and friendships. Long-term success. So you're actually going to be able to reach your harvest now because somebody else is you've mastered whatever part of your shadow self that is allowing this person to attack you through these moon cycles. So they've attacked you so much that it made you stronger to the point where though that whatever demon that you were, because we all have our own demons we have to battle. Y'all done battled so much through this person attacking you and forcing you to go at your own demons so much. The fight is over. Y'all done be like, fair match, my dude. We good now. What's up? I guess we could take a walk back to the house and talk about it. I get you a Band-Aid and a cold bottle of water. Maybe we can be friends after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all done fought. Squared up. You know what I'm saying? Squared up. You done fought the damn demon over and over and over at this point. The demon is just like, you know what? Want to get some water? You feel me? Like, fuck it. Like, how many times we're going to do this at this point? I know how you're going to move. I know what you're going to do. You know. Thank you. Y'all working together now. The demon's like, man, if you can't beat him, join him. That's what I'm seeing here. So there's no way now this person has to stop. Either that or create some sort of karmic new traumatic situation in order to constantly throw you off. That's the only way. But then for someone who heals themselves, it's going to be very challenging. And by then, because you're a high priestess and somebody's picked up the pattern because they're trying to manifest and they're paying attention. Why isn't my manifestations coming through? And they know that they have to keep their energy balanced. This is a part of, this is what it is. It's so crazy that I'm able to see this through tarot now. I never used to be able to do this before. I don't need any other cards. It's pretty incredible. Thank you for the likes. We're already at 12,000. It's pretty awesome. And on YouTube too, I see we have 4 viewers, 4 likes. I like that a lot. So yeah, this is giving you confirmation because I have the Temperance Angel here. Something's being balanced out. Somebody, you're still balanced. Would you look at that? Through the heartache, through the attacks, through just so many things. The wounded warrior, still temperance and balanced, patient, finding solutions. You keep finding a solution, adapting. That's crazy. Whatever it is that's coming in, it's going to be great because this is quite a bit for someone to go through. But I'm going to continue because I've been getting the message like, don't say. People be so scared that the enemy is watching and this is what they're using, what you're speaking on, the tools to feel whatever they're doing. But you see, there's no reason to hide. As long as you have faith in God, there's no reason to hide. You can follow and use and watch and look at the readings and listen and try to see what's to come all you want. All you're going to do is help me practice my sparring. Help me practice my taking a punch, getting down, getting back up. I'm going to get back up, put my hands back up, and then just keep fighting. And then I'm going to get better. And then next thing you know, I'm going to be standing there waiting on you, and you're going to be catching your breath. And I'm going to be realizing, oh man, I think I'm winning. Because while you're catching your breath, next time around, I'm just going to hit you one time, and you're going to fall to the ground. Endurance. Can you go rounds? How long can we go at this? It's like somebody's going to have to stop because they don't learn your combination. Or their spiritual team or something. Are you clever enough to come up with another one? Do you have the energy? So maybe now you can't use the moon. What are you going to do now? Because that's not working. Not working. What's the advice with the conflict? It's very interesting. That's not supposed to be like that. The star has a new beginning. What's the advice with the conflict? Empress, I knew she was going to make an appearance. What do you mean by this? Queen of Swords. This is the truth. Everything that I'm saying, or this person is getting a breakthrough. Maybe that's the conflict because the Empress is getting a breakthrough and their inheritance, their 10 of Pentacles, they're getting it. That's a conflict for somebody. Somebody's not happy about this. They've been trying to stop this for a while. I said a Queen of Wands. This person could be a Queen of Wands or the person I'm talking about. Nope, Ace of Cups. New love and beginnings and all that shit. Look. Ace, 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 ace. 10 of Pentacles, ace. This is the conflict. Look at how tricky Spirit is. Because I was like, oh no, conflict. But the conflict's not for you, collective. This is how your blessings look to someone else as a conflict. You know, that's a motherfucking problem. You need to put an end to following your heart. Painful ending. 10 of Swords. Mental breakdown, deep wounds. What's the 10 of Swords? Look, another ace. 10 of Swords, finding balance. 2 of Pentacles. Somebody done, yeah. They made a decision, tired of going back and forth, and close the cycle. What's that mean? Fulfillment. What's the cycle? Oh, that's not supposed to be like that. But it was 7 of Pentacles, and it was flipped up. Self-mastery. Okay. I said that, didn't I? What else? Which equals to harmony. Because that's what that 7 of Pentacles is, too. Oh. 3 of Pentacles with the King of Wands, a collaboration. But self-mastery. Look, Ace of Pentacles is still here. It's a new beginning in every way, shape, and form. Thank you for the likes and the gifts. I really appreciate it. I'm about to be up out of here. Mind your business. Tell me about this. Tell me about the judgment here in the present. Oh, about the conflict with the divine feminine. Somebody's aware about it. They have a new awareness about this conflict they've had, or the conflict surrounding the divine feminine. That's what this judgment and awareness is about. Tell me about the past and the Knight of Pentacles. Working on what? Unbothered. Somebody's unbothered. What's that? Achievement. High honor. Karmic feminine. Confusion, illusion. Yeah. Endings and karma. So in the past, oh boy. Yeah, there goes the holding on to mental, being stuck in your head and holding on, and the chariot's not moving forward, right? Somebody was unbothered, or maybe they act like they're unbothered by their achievements, or something about somebody's achievements. A karmic feminine and a sweetheart. They're both here. Somebody's going to get karma for trying to bring endings to this sweetheart. Maybe this karmic feminine is trying to bring endings to this sweetheart. Karmic femme, sweetheart, karma, endings. If there's somebody could be unbothered and achieving. This is clarifying the past. One more in the past. Yeah, there's a lot of evil eye. This person's blocked though. They have no access. This karmic feminine. They act unbothered, but it's got to do with somebody's achievements. And the fact that maybe they're blocked. Somebody's blocked or has no access to something. No access to maybe their achievements or whatever. But they wanted, oh, they have no access to them anymore. Because this person was trying to bring endings. And for that, someone's getting karma. This could have been something that they were working on a long time with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, to slow this chariot down. Because remember this chariot was sideways? Somebody was unbothered though and still went towards their achievement. And even access was blocked. I don't know. But there's some sort of awareness about this conflict between this karmic feminine here and this sweetheart. Whether or not this sweetheart was bothered by it or not, or whatever that's about. Yeah, because somebody's getting actual money. They're unbothered and getting actual money while this karmic is getting karma for trying to cause endings and slow the horse down. Their access is blocked. whatever access they had or however they were doing that. Maybe that's like how I was saying with the wounds or whatever. It was a karmic feminine, and there's a Queen of Cups is a feminine. So tell me more about this future and this Queen of Cups. Tell me about that. Enamored. Somebody's enamored. Maybe that's, maybe they really like you. This is an older woman. Maybe this older woman really likes you. This could be somebody's mother. I don't know if they like you or they hate you, child. They look confused. Maybe they really like you on the low. They're enamored by who you are, but then they get confused and hate you. It's weird. This is an older woman or somebody who's mature or supposed to be. Abundance. Is it going to come out or what? Mature man, mature woman. Okay, so we got a couple here. Priest and a priest. Well, this Queen of Cups. The animosity keeps coming out. So there's 3 right there. Thoughts. Pathway. There's something about somebody's pathway. You see? Somebody's journey. Somebody's like obsessed with that. Where you about to go. That's why it's so important. Yeah. The Chariot. So that's why it's so important for you to not let you go on this path. Something about the pathway. Somebody's thinking about it. Your journey, where you about to go, what you about to do, your pathway. That's all they think about. Somebody's mad about it. Yes, they're obsessed with your life, your journey, your pathway, your purpose, your destiny, or some shit like that. There's a man, a priest, and a woman that are really obsessed with this. Tell me more. Yeah, they're jealous and envious of this. I guess whatever you're called to do, whatever your pathway is, that's why they don't want you to go to it. They keep stopping abundance from coming to you. This got something to do with this King of Cups. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Maybe this King of Cups has something. This Queen of Cups got something to do with this King of Cups. Because what? How does she have anything to do with this High Priestess? I don't know who she is, or maybe she has something to do with you, High Priestess. I'm not sure. But there's a woman here that is very, very jealous. A mature woman, and there's a mature man, and there's a priest. Which doesn't sound very good to me. Tell me more. Yeah, you might have high honor. Somebody has high honor. Yeah, they want manipulation. Very manipulative, this person. They would like to be. Destruction. Wow. They want to destroy whatever it is that you have going on. And they could be doing this as a couple. See, this is like 7 of Pentacles energy. Whatever it is that you're working on, your work and labor, your efforts, your manifestations, whatever so you don't come in and have nothing. They don't want you to have nothing but destruction. And you're somebody who's in high honor. They want to manipulate this whole situation in your energy. This is exactly what's been happening by fucking with you and your emotions during these cycles to keep pushing back what's already yours, since they probably tried to take it and they can't. Or maybe they have. Yeah, your manifestations, like I said. This is about your manifestations. Somebody's trying to just delay you. Delay you, delay you, delay you, delay you till you or them die. Because of some sort of jealous reason. They're jealous. That's not a demon. That doesn't sound like some crazy ass spiritual biblical shit. Like straight up, like, wasn't Judas jealous? I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe this. Who was this jealous? Like Aphrodite and Medusa type of shit. I don't even know if it's that. Because I don't even know if you know this person. There's a man in this and a priest. God knows what they're doing when they get the 3 of them together. They're dead set. But you have high honor. I'm just waiting on the blowback. Because how can you do that to somebody with high honor and not expect any type of blowback? Commitment. What is this? Tell me more about this queen of mature man, mature woman. Confusion, illusion. Oh, this person could have a health concern. Somebody could be ill. Somebody could be sick. Somebody keeps their chakras very balanced and aligned. Oh my God, look at the time I have to go. Tell me about this high priestess. Starseed energy and travel. So they could be moving. They love themselves. Could be on the go soon. They're very intuitive. Of course, it's the high priestess. Yeah, they're in bliss while the opposition is looking like this. So somebody probably is getting karma. This shows that somebody's sick. This could be a couple. I don't know. There's a mature man and a mature woman here. And a priest here. And there's an ice queen that has a health concern here. So tell me about this Three of Pentacles here. Surprise. This is going to be a surprise to a lot of people. Oh, shit. I don't know. This isn't good because it's collaboration. This is the advice. Somebody could be a flying monkey in their south node. Very immature. A thief. Trying to steal from a healer. Or maybe they could be posing as a healer. I don't know. Something about a thief and a healer and a flying monkey. Somebody in their south node. Did I show y'all that? I gotta go. What about this Three of Pentacles? This is crazy. Yeah, divination. What about this Three of Pentacles? It's a Jezebel. There's a Jezebel here. Somebody is in Jezebel energy. They're wearing a mask. So be careful. That's the advice. Soulmate. Veil. Soulmate. Somebody's wearing a mask. Maybe posing as a soulmate. But they're really wearing a mask. They're really a Jezebel. Not death magic. This is the advice. There's somebody who, with this Three of Pentacles, I saw the King of Wands. Is that what I saw? Yep. This collaboration with this King of Wands. You're going to be surprised. How childish. And that this person is, you're about to be surprised. Maybe that could be the communication. That this soulmate has been wearing a mask. Or a mask as a soulmate. This person really is in Jezebel energy and they're a flying monkey. That's what I see here. Divination keeps coming out again and again and again. Somebody's either doing it or it's me right now. I just saw a nice guy. Message. Okay. Maybe this could have been a false narrative. And there's a offer in the distant future. You're going to get this message. Maybe you got this message through divination that I'm describing. that this person is wearing a mask, they're not your soulmate, la-di-da. That is, maybe that's the accountability that you're taking. Yeah, and that he's a nice guy. He's really a nice guy. And that all of this stuff that you've been hearing and all this shit is a false narrative. That's the message that you're getting. In the distant future, you're going to get a love offer by an earth angel. That's the message. The divination was a false narrative through energetic work to make this person seem like they're in lust. But this is a divine masculine and a nice guy. Wow, what a great reading. What if I didn't pick up these cards? That's crazy. Wow. Somebody's sick now because they did this. No. That, I feel as if they've been spreading a false narrative through divination. So if you're listening to tarot readings and collective readings, the assignment for the collective through this attack is to spread. That's why you got to pay for personal readings. You got to invest in the person that you're listening to. Not that the person is sending you a bad message. They're using this vehicle. Think of a radio that you're turning the dial on. It's just an airway. Any message can go get up there. It doesn't mean that you have to take it for yourself. They're banking on you overthinking and absorbing all the messages so that you can absorb a false narrative through divination, through spying, through divination. That this person was this Jezebel and a mass sending death magic and all of that. Do you understand? Yeah. This is the message. Somebody's realizing that now. And remember, we have the high priestess. I was like, somebody's taking accountability for something. There was gossip. That's the gossip. But this person, like, they were consumed by the illusion based off their imbalances inside. Like, it was very, very specific. It's almost like, ooh, that was a conniving thing. Wow, it's so crazy. It's almost like, okay, think of trying to create a perfect mental storm for a person. So you dig and see into their past and dig energetically to see what are your wounds when it comes to romance so that I could pluck on them specifically as you're trying to enter into this new space of love so that we can give it the worst chance possible. So let's say you're already trying to heal and work through trust issues. Let's throw huge attacks on trust using the moon and using your cycle and when you are, you know, going to ovulate or wherever you may be more emotional to bring up specific things. To make it more challenging, using your own shadow to do it. So you fight yourself tirelessly. You understand? Somebody's realizing this now. That what they have been doing, listening to divination, receiving messages, allowing certain messages to come in, whether you've been fighting or not, this false narrative has grew around you like a cloud around this person. As if they're trying to kill you, the healer, the high priestess. Because they know that you're a high priestess, you're going to receive messages, so they're derailing the fuck out of your messages. Not the one that you're receiving from your spiritual guides, the one that you're receiving through the gossip line. All the while, this person is not a bad guy. They're a nice guy. They're actually the divine masculine. Look at karmic masculine on the back. Single, sexy, and successful. abundance. Or they could have been a karmic masculine in the past. Because the karmic masculine is right behind. It was like this nice guy, divine masculine, karmic. I think there's definitely been some sort of false narrative. Maybe, I'm not saying in its entirety. So you have to be careful with that. Because maybe not all aspects of everything could have been in certain parts. I don't know the story. But I know for sure in my personal experience, there were specific, if there's ever been a moment where you'd be like, wait, that doesn't sound like it was that time. Not the time where you were like, oh no. So don't ball everything up into one thing. It's not the same. Think about the moments when you were like, that sounds just like it was those times. Not the times when you were like, oh no, this is spot on. This is definitely my situation. Because it was creating the storm in your situation, all instability, but based off of a past situation, and maybe even creating new ones. That were, if you look at it, they were mirrored. The person was doing the same thing because they were using an old case to have you repeat the same cycle again. Just vicious. You had closed it already. They were trying to reopen it so that you could relive the same thing with this person, even though without even giving it a chance, because they probably didn't want you with that person. So it's because they couldn't find anything in the real world to split you up. Like, this girl is a this, is a that, or whatever, or blah blah blah, la di da. It doesn't matter. They also say he had a baby with the karmic. That's another thing that I heard too. That when I did a personal reading with this girl, that's so funny you should say that, because she was saying the same thing. Oh, when I was listening, it said that they had a baby, but did you see it? Did that come to pass? Or did you say to the person, listen, you know what I'm saying? Did you come? They were trying to send you into a spiritual psychosis. But that doesn't necessarily mean everything that you were listening, that you were hearing was false. Because the whole tactic of this is to manifest what you're thinking. So maybe in the beginning that wasn't happening with your partner, but because the vibes was so off and you was already maybe so suspicious, already thinking that, you could have manifested that shit into the 3D of your situation. He may have been. Yes, I'm not taking that away from the situation either, which is why you're walking away. And it's still coming out at the end. You know what I'm saying? You just need to know. You just need to know. Nobody's saying that he wasn't deceptive. He was. But you need to understand the other things that were happening, because if you go into another situation and you need to have that awareness. Because what if this Queen of Cups is not from this person's past but yours? And maybe this has been happening more than once. What if you go into the next situation and you have someone that is either deceptive or whatever, or this trust issue or whatever has come up again? You need to know how this has come about, how this happened. This is definitely something that came from in the background. And if you noticed, I never really focused too much on his deception. I focused more on this because, you got that part. As a high priestess, you were aware of the deception. You were unbothered. It never shook you. You stayed focused on your goal. I would think that you would want to know about this. This is weird, don't you think? You know niggas be lying. You know niggas is deceptive. You know that. You can peep it and move on. Don't you want to know the weird shit that's happening in the background? Because quite honestly, to be completely honest with you, if you're here and I'm talking to you and you're into this, this isn't going to be the first time you're going to see something like this. It's not. So whatever you need to learn from this is you can move on, because you're either going to attract more spiritual, more tapped in, more awakened people, and these types of classes are going to happen where either their mama, their cousin, their sister, or somebody who is their family conjurer or witch is like, oh no, you don't mess with somebody who could possibly be more powerful than me and just throw a bunch of obstacles in your way, and this person becomes deceptive. But can we get to the root of the problem? Yes, I know. And if people are susceptible to magic, yes, we can't necessarily blame it all on the magic. But let's get to the root right quick though. That way, next time you can try to attract somebody. Okay, well, my partner last time was susceptible to magic, so I can do. Like I know I can't just outright, go and like, are you into magic? No, that isn't necessarily how I would approach this. I would be like, have you done shadow work? Are you aware of what's in your shadow? It's going to be a lot harder to like really manipulate someone that way, which came out with the magic, because that's all the magic is. If you're not aware of your shadow whatsoever, it's just advice. That's what I think. This is what this is for. This is not for you to place blame on this person or that person or whatever. He's a liar, that's the liar. It's really get into like the substance of the plot so that you can see. Like watch the movie so you can see what the play was, so that you don't get played, so that you could like avoid the hole next time. That's the goal. Because at the end of the day, the point is to stay on the horse and to move forward. Because I'm trying to get to somewhere. I don't know about you. That's what's important to me, really. Not really. I mean, I would love to have this person to have gone with me or whatever. That's not working out. I'm so sorry that that is what's happening. But at the end of the day, I wish things could be different. But at the end of the day, because once everybody leaves, like I still have my pen and my paper and my dreams trying to manifest. Once the distraction leaves and that cycle is done, it's still me and these hopes and dreams. So, like, at some point, there's only so much you can control. Okay, now you know that he's being deceptive. Okay, he's deceptive. You don't want to know that there is a Queen of Cups in the energy that is targeting your shadow to cause confusion in your situation. You don't want to know that. Let's get some advice and let's get up out of here. And plus, I really do feel like a lot of what you could have been hearing, and this is what the accountability is for. This is how you stay balanced. You got to be able to look at yourself. That's a good question. But if he knew that, what's the point of that? Because it's a delay. You can't actually take it unless they were attempting to. Because then what's the point of that? Let me see. No, because this is awareness. Not. I don't think so. Because the judgment is here. Do you even know her? You may or may not. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Or maybe somebody else listening to this knows exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't know her. I feel a tug to that. I feel like a lot of you don't know this person, and this isn't from your side, but maybe the other side. That's a possibility. It is. That is a possibility. You're absolutely right about that. We made it to 25K. I like that. What's the advice? I feel very strongly about that. I feel like there's been a false narrative, and this high priestess is accepting accountability about it. She's like, that was on me. Now I also want to repeat that it's not all aspects of what you heard during the readings. There was some truth in there too. Maybe after, a lot of like friction, this person wandered off. Either way, that shit happened. But just know that you did your head was being fucked with based off the stuff that was happening in the past, and then you applied it to this situation. Somebody's aware of this. They don't receive this message, and they know that it was a purposeless to cause destruction through manipulation. This tactic was manipulated to manipulate your mind by the messages you were receiving through divination, because they knew it was a false narrative and you were listening. Eventually, the messages seeped in. Some of them was hidden, but not all of them will apply to this person. That is the truth. Whether you want to accept it or not, that's the truth. Now, I know that maybe rocks a lot of people's foundation, but for some of us, we've come to this and they're already balanced out, and that's going to help you get to celebration too. Some of us don't have a problem with accountability. We're okay with it. Like, okay, we just are more, clarity is so important to us that accountability is not scary. Because what's scarier to us is things not being clear. Confusion. That sounds like somebody who's probably been sitting in confusion for a long time. This probably was very confusing. That's sad. That's fucked up, man. What's the advice? That's too much. I would feel stressed out and overwhelmed too. See, cutting the cords. The God just saying to even cut the cords. They probably been saying to cut that cords because they knew that, girl, you know how much you're gonna, no matter how much you try, it's just gonna be, somebody's cutting the cords. Etheric code, there's like a maternal presence here. This could be somebody's mother who feels like they have to be very protective, or maybe this person has this very protective spirit over them. Angeli's very protective over mothers. This woman could be a mother, and maybe this guide is nudging her to cut the tie with this person because of this situation in the background. I don't necessarily think that this King of Cups is the opposing energy. I have a karmic feminine here as well. I'm not getting that in the message. But the reason why Angeli is coming up is because of what's attached to the person. It's not the person. But they didn't want you to view it that way. They did want you to walk away though, but they didn't want you to view it for the truth of what it is, as the attachment. They wanted you to see the masculine as the problem. I promise you. Yeah. So that you could just get frustrated and walk away because it's the masculine, but it is not. It's the Queen of Cups in the background that's doing it. So they would rather tarnish. I don't know if they know that person or not, or if they know you, but that person's self-image is now on the chopping block because of it. Well, I guess to this person, like, they wanted that person to just be viewed in such a terrible way they couldn't possibly move forward towards them. Resistance. Your spirits could be resisting this, or you're getting resistance. This is the resistance that you're feeling. There's been resistance against this. Look, storms. The storm is about to come in. Somebody's about to get fucked up. Oya comes and breaks shit apart to get shit right. Look at her. These two have not been coming out together every time I pull this deck, yes or no? Y'all have been here, haven't it? Every reading. Or somebody has resistance. They're like, they thought you was going to go down easy. Not with that. Not with all that. See, betrayal. There is a betrayal here. Maybe you know this person or whatever. Maybe now this King of Cups knows. I don't know. But there's definitely betrayal. Yeah, that's what the awareness is about. Self-sabotage. They call you self-sabotage, but it's definitely, you know, manipulation to get you to self-sabotage. That's crazy. That's terrible. That's so terrible. Grounding. So you're grounding yourself now. They use like your intellect against you. Mask. Somebody's wearing a mask. acting as if maybe they were not behind all this shit. This shit is so crazy how it came out. It took some time, but it definitely came out. Sacred lust, the lust and the passion between this situation, or somebody's sacral is sacred. Their sexual energy is sacred. This Oshun, fearless love. So Oshun is here as well. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Tell me more. A wounded healer. This came out already in the tarot. Somebody is a healer. This has been coming out over and over and over. Somebody definitely is a healer, but they wanted to wound this. They didn't want this healer with this person, so they had to have them self-sabotage because they couldn't sabotage it themselves. Number one, they didn't want to be seen because they're wearing a mask to whoever they're attached to in this unit. And number two, they're not powerful enough, so they needed you to take yourself out through false narratives of tarnishing this person's image by making them seem like just a whorish Jezebel that wants to kill you. Doesn't that sound scary? That wants to give you AIDS and dirty and all this other shit, whatever. Which they could have partly had. They used anything in the tarot. And mostly anything in your past that was relevant enough to push that narrative. If that person had things from their past, everything was coming up. Whatever was in your past, everything. Absolutely everything. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard that before. This is a first. Or maybe nobody's ever really realized or really sat down over an extended period of time and really watched some shit like this play out. I surely did. I'm talking about let it play out. It has played out, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that's left to see now is that's going to be a sad and scary sight to see what happens to this person. It's already here. Somebody's sick. So if you don't know it, we'll soon. Whether they're going to be sick in the 3D or the 5D, but I think they're going to be sick in the 3D. Because I saw it twice, and they're sad. I don't know if they know it or not. They're going through a lot of sorrow. But all that shit is about to come back on somebody. Wow, I don't know. That was crazy. But there is new beginnings here. I did see that. And there was a lot of stuff that I did see that I'm not saying because this is how they're doing it. But now, I don't think it can stop that. Honestly. Your fucking energy signature is probably like celebrity status with this person that has been fucking running around everywhere, causing all of this attention. So with that being said, you did the only thing you could do was master yourself. Figure out, okay, what's the problem here? You even had to go within, even if you did it already. Like, okay, fuck it. This person probably went into your past so much. Past people probably remanifested in your life. Old people probably started calling you again because this person is digging up so much dirt. They're actually bringing the dead back to life in your life. So you had to reaffirm and reclose cycles again. That only reaffirmed your confidence. That only reaffirmed who you are. So if the past ex came up again, that was probably why. And then you revisited it and only reconfirmed to yourself that that's not what you want. So that was no longer a portal. That was no longer a place, an access point. That's why it said blocked, because you only further closed that cycle. Whatever remnants that was left up with that partner or past person, you closed it once they made you revisit it again. It's like almost a person is pulling at straws, like they don't have any more things to tug on in your shadow that can re-trigger you or stop you from reaching your manifestations. And at this point, even if they got onto you or was aware of you through this other person, the obsession has passed this person. You now, or this is no longer a love reading. That relationship don't even fucking matter at this point. They're obsessed with you and your pathway. Period. Like, the attention isn't even on the masculine anymore, whether or not you have her or not, whatever. This girl cannot have this. It's crazy. I'm done. I hope that this was informative and helpful. Make sure you're doing your cleanses, saying your prayers, being grateful, sitting in nature, all that good stuff, okay? I'm going to get up out of here. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all another time. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to try to get on earlier. Oh, tomorrow's Wednesday. I got to cook tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Thank you for all your likes. I really appreciate that. You put in all that work for me. I really, really, really appreciate that. We're almost at 30K. So, thank you. But, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I got to make some food. Oh, no, I'm going to be on tomorrow. I'm going to come on early. It's no problem. And then, yeah, I'm going to be on early tomorrow. Before 12. And then Thursday, I probably won't be on here Thursday. And I'll be back Friday. Okay, so have a happy holiday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for one more until Thursday. I love you very much. Have a blessed day. I call back all my energy, my likeness, spiritual protection, light, abundance, blessings. I call it all back to me, cleansed and in divine light. From all places seen and unseen, none unknown, from the living and the dead, especially from those who do not wish me well. And I return your energy back to you, cleansed and in divine light. Bye. I love you guys. Have a great day.